Good morning. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. How are we all doing? You all ready for the weekend? You all ready for the weekend? What do you think to the absolutely pressed first time? I didn't have to go back and press it for a second time. Halloween intro to the scoop. I'll read a bib.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Still got the lurgy, so there may be voice changes as we go through this stream. The stream will be probably different as we get to the end of it, because Bibby will probably be parting with us in about 15 minutes-ish, 10 minutes-ish.
Yeah.
So we've got Bibby for the start of the show. And then if it's like yesterday, my voice started off like this, which is kind of deeper than usual, but by the end of the show, it was like, yeah, what up, yeah. Yeah. So we all have the lurgy. It just seems to be going around. But still, we soldier on. Still, we bring you the UK's #1 video game podcast, even if we do say so ourselves. If you don't know what this is, my name is Graham. This is Bib. We are Ice Cream. This is The Scoop. We're bringing you the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games over the next hour or so, or 10 minutes or so. If you Bib, you know, lightweight, honestly. He's got things to do. It's fine. So yeah, we will bring you those stories, and then we'll give you our thoughts and impressions on those stories. We want your thoughts and your impressions, though, and then your thoughts and impressions on our thoughts and impressions. That's kind of how this works. It's a discussion. We go live on Twitch each and every single weekday at 10 a.m.-ish. Yes. So we'll go live on Twitch at 10 a.m.-ish, bringing you those thoughts and impressions. If you're in the chat, please do feel free to get involved over the next hour or so with your thoughts and impressions. And it's important that you do that because the live stream gets turned into a podcast, a video for YouTube, and an audio podcast that goes on iTunes and Spotify and SoundCloud and Google Play. There's lots of places where people watch and listen on demand, but they don't get to get involved right here, right now in the chat like you guys on Twitch do. If you are watching and listening on YouTube, though, hey. If you're on Spotify, how you doing? Yeah. Before we jump into the show, first things first, let me check, see if chatbot's alive, because it hasn't been the last few streams. It's live! Nice. Chatbot is alive. If anyone wants to type !! loot drop, that will give you all the information that you need to see that we are giving away a copy of Call of Duty, which might not be playable if the lead story is anything to go by. If you want to know what we're about with that, well, stick around. Anyway, we will be giving away a copy of Call of Duty Vanguard to one subscriber in the loot drop. The loot drop is where subscribers get prizes, or at least one of you does. Every month, one subscriber is picked at random and wins a prize. All you need to do is be a sub on the day of the draw, and then have your Twitch and Discord accounts linked and be in our Discord. So be a sub, be in the Discord, jobs are good, and you're in with a shout of winning prizes just for helping support the channel. That's one way we like to give back to you beautiful people. Elsewhere, insert coin, ! Insert coin in the chat, provides some of the best gaming merch the world has ever seen, and you could save yourself 20% by using our discount code in there. As well as that, do follow the link over to insert coin if you haven't done it already. That's official insert coin on Twitch. Make sure you drop a follow on those guys, because they are pushing for partnership. If you haven't seen them before, there is they'll be live probably as we finish up the stream today. So Dan and Chris usually stream around 12 on a Friday, showing off some of their ranges, some of the games that are tied to their ranges. So, like, they may play Ghost of Tsushima and have Ghost of the Tsushima range, official ranges as well. So not like none of this aftermarket stuff that's like Ghost of Tsushima or whatever. It's proper stuff. Yeah, nailed on. None of this Redux or Abibas stuff. Yeah, it's nailed on merchandise in there. Anyway, go check them out. There's a full team of streamers called the Coin Army. We are part of the Coin Army, so we do stream over there as well. So drop a follow on that channel. Mr. Bib.
Yes.
Alrid.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Yeah, so it's still morning. I had to just double check that just to make sure.
Yeah, we're only 20 minutes past 11, 21 minutes now past 11, so we've still got 39 minutes left of the morning. That's all day. Yeah. Well, it is in the ice cream sphere anyway.
Well, I want to ask you how your stream went last night, because so a little Dicky Bird tells me that some evening streams may be coming a little bit more frequently, and you kind of kicked things off yesterday with 3 other PUBG legends.
Maybe.
How did your stream go?
It ended up being more than 3 other PUBG legends. So last night, I went live around 7, jumped in some games with Lotus, which is iLotus UK, on Twitch, Big Hamish 88 on Twitch, and Ditchy, which is Ditchy 1979. We all played some games. It was fun. It was good. We then were joined by Franny a little bit later on, and Chelsea as well, who jumped in games. Basically, they all carried me. And mean that in multiple essences of the word.
Metaphorically and physically.
Yeah, exactly. So not only was I not playing at my best, those guys play at a really high pace as well, which is nice. It's nice to up the gears every now and then. But also, PUBG has a new mechanic that's been added to it. So if you get knocked, you can be picked up, like in Fortnite, kind of things like that. You can also pick up enemy players. But in Fortnite, it's a little bit, in PUBG, it's such a change of pace. It's ridiculous. It's so you have to see it. You'll have to see it. It's really good. Anyway, we've been working on a cool little GIF as well that we're going to put out a little bit later on that ties into that. So. But the point that Bibi did mention, though, is that we'll have more evening streams and stuff. So we are now back into a full-time environment. So we still bring you the scoop each and every single weekday, but the afternoon streams and things that we've been doing over the last 18 months, obviously, back in we're in a post-COVID world now, essentially, in working environments anyway. So we are back to working on video game stuff full-time. It's kind of been going that way anyway for the last few months. You've seen that we've been doing less and less streams because we've more and more work that we need to do. Anyway, we're at the point now where we can't maintain the level of content that we've been putting out and the work stuff. So we're having to readjust our schedule. So starting from next week, we will have a new stream schedule. We'll do evening streams and weekend streams as well as the scoops every day, which means that we will go from not bringing you content 5 days a week. You will get content 7 days a week. The scoop Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I will be live on a Wednesday evening. Bibi will be live on a Thursday evening. I will then be live on a Saturday morning, and Bibi will be live on a Sunday morning. So we will have all of the content for you guys. So, I mean, not full-time streaming by any stretch of the imagination, but 7-day content is a good step towards that. So, that's also in part influenced by the fact that you guys have been ridiculous with your support on this channel over the last month or so. We are currently at, and this is what we mentioned yesterday, 139 subscribers. We're at 140 sub points because we got one tier 2 in there as well, which is ridiculous. Just last month, like 3-4 weeks ago, we were asking if anyone could scrape together 10 subs so we can make it to 60 sub points. We're now at 139. That's ridiculous. So thank you very much, you incredible people. So because of that, we're going to bring more content. Evening streams, morning streams, weekend streams, all the streams. Yeah. Nice.
If we can keep half of those into next month, I'll be very, very surprised. And obviously super grateful. Like having 139 subscribers at this moment in time is ridiculous. That's end goals.
Yeah.
And we've managed to do it at this moment in time, only streaming 5 days a week. I mean, when you say 5 days a week, it's literally for like just short. Well, it's like an hour and a half a day at this moment in time, obviously, because we are back into full-time work again. So a little bit mental. And we are at a time in the UK where a lot of people probably can't join us. Obviously, last year, when it was when we were in a COVID world and people was working from home and stuff like that, our numbers was quite high. Our average numbers obviously have dropped now because people are back into the office. So we appreciate every single one of you that join us in the mornings at this moment in time, because it's not at a normal time for you guys. If you are at your desk in work, you might not be able to join in. And like Vern comes in every morning, he's obviously listening, but even if he's not, he's just dropping a lurk and then bouncing. Like all that stuff helps us, and we very much appreciate it because our deck is looking fantastic at this moment in time. So I appreciate all of that.
Yeah, and you guys get the benefits as well. I mean, that's the key thing for us, is obviously the more we can grow, the more we can give back as well. It's nice to be able to give a loot drop. That's a little bit of something. Sometimes we get enough subscribers a month to pay for the loot drop. Sometimes we don't. But it kind of balances. The money that we get off of subs, we put back into a game. And if the game's 70 quid, then obviously you need quite a few subs to pay for that. When you want to get about, I think it's about 50%. So off of it'd be about £2, 250-ish or whatever it is, somewhere around that we get per sub or something like that. By the time we've bought a PlayStation game or an Ice Cream and Bloods jersey or whatever, that money is gone essentially. But it's not about the money for us. Us giving the game back is something, being able to do something nice. But as the channel grows, we then get to do things like last week or the week before, time flies now, we gave away 2 copies of Insurgency Sandstorm because we could, and that's because of you guys as well. So the copy of Call of Duty that we're giving away is something that we're giving away because we can. So we appreciate all you guys very, very, very much. And as you mentioned as well, we'll probably drop down to half that. I think that's the case. I mean, Nietzsche and Aratrax, between them, gave 60 subs over the last few weeks. So that's like half of it will drop off right there and then. But it's nice to have been up here. Like I was saying yesterday on stream, it's better to have subbed and lost than to have never had the subs at all. There you go.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's jump back through the chat, see who is here. Before we wave bye-bye to Bib. We won't even get into the first bit of news before Bib disappears. But it's fine.
I got to greet you all this morning. That's absolutely what I'm here for.
Bib's our dad. He's dropping us off at the gates. Make sure we got in okay.
Bye, son.
Thanks, Dad. Next Gen Base says, more of Grey Windstone, please. That's a good one. No, it's good morning, NGB. Someone was type exclamation mark 3D in the chat. Yeah, nice. Ads, Alrit. Timeless. Morning, beautiful gents. Good morning, amigo. Can we get some love for Timeless as well, by the way? Because not only does he tweet and retweet and quote tweet all of our tweets all the time because he's excellent at shouting people out, but he's been doing that whilst being ill. So myself and Bib have the lurgy, but Timeless also has the lurgy too. So get well too, Timeless. Thank you for still being here. I get them 2 weeks. It's not even been 2 days. I don't know what we're talking about now. Rip, I don't know what you mean, but okay. Vern, there he is. Bibby mentioned him. He's dropped the lurk already. Thank you very much, Vern. Also for the sub earlier in the week. You one of those 140 sub points that we've got, so we appreciate you. Fatma Dave says, you do know you're 2 and a bit weeks early for GMT time, so you're still a little late. No. Timeless says literally carried last night, and there's a clip there dropped in by Bibby. Britain's Got Talent practice. That is Chelsea in clipping our stream last night. That wasn't the carries, but that was us dancing towards a victory. We were saying, because there's a dance emote in PUBG now where you can move around while you can do it. You've never had that before. So we were like, okay, if we get into the final circle and it's us versus one, we should all dance it. And we full on did it. It was like the flying V from Mighty Ducks. We're all just dancing towards this guy. And then he got nailed. So feel free to check it out. Tito says, morning gents, I'm so fucked. Stayed up to do some consultancy work on the side, didn't finish it until 3 a.m. Then I couldn't sleep. Now I have to do my day job and my eyes hurt. I know the pain. Not with the bits on the side, but staying up till silly o'clock in the morning because I can't sleep and then getting up. But it's fine. Think of all the extra spondoolies, the beer tokens that you'll have at the end of the month. It's worth it. Timeless says, nice, yes, best news ever. That was in relation to our schedule changes. So hopefully it'll be good, because obviously us sticking to our content through the day that we set up during lockdown, as Bibby mentioned, was great during lockdown, but as people have gone back to work, not everyone can commit to a 9 to 5 viewing schedule. So having some content within 9 to 5 in the scoop, having some content on the weekends and then some content in evenings means that we do get a chance to spread it around a little bit more and get to see a little bit of everyone. Tito says, that means we need 11 more. Get those wallets open. You don't have to, but absolutely if you want to, but you don't have to. No, it's fine. Tazbad said, us Australians live in a good time here, 9 p.m. Nice. There you go. Nice. You've done everything today. You've eaten your food. You're just chilling out now, watching us on stream. You'll see it. Thank you very much for being here, Tazbad. Always working and lurking. Big up the lurkers. 100%. Something that if you haven't checked out Vern, by the way, check out Vern's channel. He's been playing a lot of FIFA, and do you know what? Bibby's been carrying him. That's what Bibby tells me all the time. Anyway, whenever they play, that's what he says. That's what he says.
Oh my god!
But he does shout that out all the time.
Speaking of carrying, you're gonna have to do this all on your own, mate.
Carry on regardless. No worries. Thank you for showing us to the gates, Dad. Thanks, Dad.
Bye, son. Bye, chat.
Adios.
See you soon.
Ciao. Oh, there he is. He's muted. He's gone. He was dying. Bibby's dying off screen. You can't see it. Oh my god. Let me exit out that Discord call. Whoop. There we go. Big up the lurkers. That's what we're saying. Vern always says that, so do check it out. You got to high five the lurkers in today's world. 100%. Next gen base says, yeah, buy my shit. Christmas is coming and all that. 100%. Graham, have you remembered your PE kit? No, I've got a note from my mum. Don't have to do it. Follow me, bitches. Get in there. Hit the button. Anyway, today's news, because that's what we are here for. As we've mentioned already, we are giving away a copy of Call of Duty, which is wonderful. Ish. It might not be entirely wonderful. Call of Duty Vanguard does come out on the 5th of November, Bonfire Night. And it seems like there's already fireworks as the kernel driver that we covered yesterday. That's basically a kernel level anti-cheat system that they have coming for Call of Duty Vanguard and to Warzone eventually too. Okay, 555554443322444. Thank you for the follow. The kernel level driver has been leaked. Apparently, we don't know if this is confirmed. All we have is a tweet to go off. This was shared by Jordan in the Discord last night as we were live with a PUBG stream. It has been leaked and it's already being reverse engineered. That's the lead story that we'll go through today. We'll then jump into other stories. Including the fact that gaming forum ResetEra has been acquired for $4.5 million. Xbox has cleared 100,000 console sales in Japan and is on track to beat the Xbox One. That's the Series X and S, by the way. And then we'll wrap up with Free Game Friday for PlayStation users and the free Epic Games. So stick around. Okay, let's jump in. The main story of the day is a tweet. We don't usually start with a tweet. Usually we try to find news articles, headline articles, but this, unless it's actually been dropped. Oh, was it you that shared it? Okay, Jordan shared it last night. I don't know if you put it in the Discord, but Jordan shared it. What was it? Or was it Jordan sharing it in the chat with me from you sharing it? I can't remember. Nope, it was Next Gen Base. Nice one, Jordan. Thank you very much, Enix, for sharing it. Appreciate it, Enix, all your effort that you put in. And GB, if you'd like to keep up, that'd be nice. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, well, to be fair, Enix was in the stream taking your thunder last night, so you can't blame me. Blame him. I think there's only one way to settle that, and that's to have a live streamed fight in the Discord, like actual fit. No, I'm joking. We don't condone violence unless we can view it and take money for it on the internet, obviously. Nice. Anyway, this is the tweet. Let me bring this up so we can get back into the story. Anti-cheat PD on Twitter with the name Anti-cheat Police Department has the tweet that says, let me take the discussion down now as well. Unfortunately, the kernel driver for Call of Duty's new anti-cheat called Ricochet got leaked today, and P2C devs are already reversing it. This is already very, very bad. It is possible to have a good anti-cheat, and play Valorant is a great example of one. It is actually very difficult to find a working cheat that is undetected in the game. Anybody that plays Valorant could probably vouch that Riot Vanguard anti-cheat works. It's not just them. ESEA and Faceit are good anti-cheats too in their respective fields. There aren't any cheats where you can go and buy for $10 and ruin everyone's lobbies. It is impossible to fight cheaters and make the game playable. It is not possible. Oh, there you go. That's where Enix shared it with me. It wasn't in the Discord. It was on the Twitter. There you go. Tagged me in the beep. There you go. So yeah, as you can see, the information, I'm not going to go through these because these are obviously weird screenshots that I don't fully understand. But someone has leaked the kernel level driver that will be the basis of Activision's Ricochet cheat system for Call of Duty Vanguard. So come con for short. Nice. But yeah, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? I mean, we said that we were kind of worried about the red rag to a bull sort of approach that they had with the anti-cheat stuff. We do like the fact that they were going for actually Ricochet got leaked. Let me just copy that from the tweet. Add that to the discussing now. So if anyone drops in, we can have it on screen. Boom. Ricochet got leaked. Yeah, well, I mean, what do you guys think to this? We were saying we didn't like the fact that they red rag to a bull. They were saying, okay, this is the best anti-cheat. We're gonna nerf you all. You cheaters are gonna be. You ain't got none. You ain't got none. Which kind of it just invites attention. And then within days, the anti-cheat actually gets leaked, which is a big, it's a big yikes, right? I mean, it's such a shame though. I genuinely feel for Activision because, I mean, I'm a long-term Call of Duty player. I played a couple of the early CODs, but I only really got in when it added multiplayer in COD 4, and they built off the back of that on multiplayer. Played for about 4 or 5 years, dropped off, came back again with Blackout and Black Ops 4 through Warzone, kind of dropped off again. I want to jump back in again, and I will jump back in. I always jump back into Call of Duty, and I was looking forward to the fact that the brand might have a little bit of a revival. Obviously, at the moment, it's Cheater's Paradise. Spend the most alive. You get it. So I was kind of worried that the the cheating approach, the red rag to a bull, as you can say it, might have been the wrong way. But it's also a little bit of chest out. Say it with your chest confidence. And that could be enough confidence to bring it back forward. The fact that this has been leaked, though, that kind of undoes that a little bit, right? Big Laser Pen says, hello, I seem to be tagged. Hey, do you? Nice. Oh, do you mean the Go Live thing? Hey, Ice Cream Uploads has mentioned you. It's just the Go Live message. It's fishing hook. We dragged you in. So good morning. Good morning. How's things, dude? Thank you very much for the follow last night. I don't know if you were here when I got around to shouting that out, so thank you very much, mate. Mr. T says, it's all right. They'll bounce back from this. Is that the Ricochet? If it is, it took me a second, but I got there. Nice. You love to see the punnage. Yeah. I mean, Ricochet, right? No, okay. Yours was better. CrossGod says, happy 10 a.m.-ish. Happy 10 a.m. to you, CrossGod. Timeless says, unfortunately, most anti-cheat systems get worked around pretty quickly. I mean, that's the thing, though, as well. This has a multifaceted approach, is the way that they put it yesterday. And one of those facets was the kernel-level system, which is basically, it needs deep access into your PC systems. And Riot have had that with Valorant. Does CSGO have it, or something else has it? I can't remember what the other game was. We'll just use Valorant as an example. And there was a lot of people kicking off at the fact that Valorant has kernel-level access to your PC, which means it's not just about dropping stuff onto the game. It's about getting... I'm clearly not a dev, so I'm using words that I understand. Could kind of be wrong, but you get the idea. They don't just jump onto your game. They jump into the intricacies, of the PC. So they need more powers than has previously been had by anti-cheats to run their software, to detect other softwares that might be your cheating softwares, your hacks over the top of it. And by having kernel level access, they can see stuff outside of the game that shouldn't be running and go, nope, that's bad. And Call of Duty got a little bit of stick from this because they've gone deep with their kernel level stuff going, okay, this is for PC. We will have stuff that will come to console too. And console will benefit from the PC cheat stuffs because it's crossplay. So if you get rid of cheaters on PC, then people that are using consoles will benefit from it too by proxy. But it's just a shame that they've gone hard. They've gone loud, and it's been leaked already. That is a shame. That is a shame. Jordan was talking about last night that he said someone's got a big payday from this, and the worst thing is that level of espionage does exist in the world. It does exist in the world of video games. People leaking code for money. It has existed in the past, but it doesn't usually happen that way. It doesn't usually play out where someone will leak a code to an enemy brand, a competitor, and get a big wedge of cash from it. What usually happens is someone just posts it somewhere by accident. Someone has access to a system from a business that they used to work in that they don't anymore, and they go, oh, yoink, I'll take that. Someone might share it with a friend who then shares it with someone else. Quite often, whoever leaks this just doesn't get paid. Quite often, it could be malicious as well. Some internal member of staff that's gone, fuck this, we're putting this out, fuck you guys. And Activision has quite a lot of enemies internally right now, so that it could be that. I would not be surprised if this is someone that has leaked this to make a statement and actually hasn't got a payday, which is a bit of a shame when you think of it, because if this does work, cheaters will get a massive payday based off the back of this, and the people that internally that have been had done to Activision won't actually get it. So all you're doing is taking the money out of Activision's pocket and putting cheaters, which is a shame. Let me jump back up. They'll rebound with a better sister, I'm sure. Sorry, Mr. T. We knew it would happen one way or another. I just thought it would have been through brute force trial. Do you know what I did? We all said that especially the chest out approach, I did expect Fixer. I didn't expect Fixer. I was saying I didn't expect, or I did expect, but I didn't expect Fixer, but I will happily accept the raid. Fixer, thank you very much for the raid. How did you get on in FIFA this morning? I was in there early. I was lurking for quite a bit, and then obviously I had to jump out. I saw, as I jumped out, you were talking about you needed Salford to drop some points or something. How did you get on? If you haven't seen Fixer's stream, Fixer has been playing FIFA this morning. He plays a little bit of everything. He does some just chatting streams. He does some creative stuff. He talks about what watch-along stuff he's going to do ahead of doing the actual watch-alongs. Back for Blood is something he's looking at playing soon. Football Manager, FIFA, a bit of everything. So if you haven't, go check out Fixer. I did see Timeless, I think, went over yesterday and dropped a follow or recently. So thank you very much for supporting the homies. Thank you very much, Timeless. Fixer, thank you very much for the raid and for your late night lurking as well. I mean, see, this is one of those guys. Not only does he drop raids in your stream and support you that way, but he will just lurk. Even yesterday, I was talking about Garlic Clark, and Fixer was in the stream like, that was me. I was like, I know. So yeah, cheers, Fixer. What a guy. What a guy. So if you don't know who I'm Graham. This is The Scoop. We are recording a live podcast. So this podcast will go up on YouTube. So do feel free to get involved in the chat. It will also go on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, lots of places. So make sure if you are coming in from Fixer Stream and you want to influence a podcast, then feel free to stick around for the next half hour, 40 minutes or so as we go through the stories. At the moment, we're talking about the fact that Ricochet, the anti-cheat system from Call of Duty's new game, Vanguard, and Warzone, obviously, has been leaked. Which is a shame. Anyway, let's jump back up through the chat. I was catching up with the comments. Where did we get to? There we go. Bibby, there he is. Hi, Graham. Bibby here in the car, catching up with the UK's #1 video game podcast. Thank you, Bibby. Thank you. So if anyone's wondering where Bibby is, he was like the dad dropping the kids off at school. He made sure we all got into the podcast safe, and then he's buggered off out in the car. So he's got things to do. He's got big boy stuff to do. So he will be back with us on Monday though. Thank you very much for watching remotely as well, Bib. And hi Sam as well. I'm assuming if Bibby's got this in the car that she can hear it. Nice. Big Laserman says, well, it worked. Nice. Nice. Once again, thanks for the follow, dude. It was stupid to tweet out that cheaters are done. It was. I mean, I get it. I do get it. And I feel for Activision in that sort of sense. Like, we've mentioned this a few times already this week. If your game is synonymous with cheating, you have to make it synonymous with beating cheaters to get over that. And that's what they went for. But the fact that they've been cheated from the inside potentially as well, that's just, yikes, unfortunate. Bacon says, concentrate on fucking driving. I think this might be a honeypot. Easy, Tiger. It may be so, but at the end of the day, people are running the game, so I kind of get it why they're doing this, going down this route. Yeah, no, I get it. Ruining the game, yeah. I drive with my thighs. Thick thighs save lives. Crash. Skirt. Precision. Good morning. I'll rate. How's things, Precision? How's things? Hey. Repping that first badge as well. You love to see it. Bacon Chin says, here he is. Thank you very much once again for the raid, Fixer. The morning man. Exactly. Up bright and early. And he wasn't feeling very well as well this morning and still jumped on stream. So you've got to give him the props for that. Anyone that does that. Just saying. Yeah. Don't get that mixed up with dropping the kids off at the pool. Exactly. He didn't shit us out. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, so Ricochet, leave that topic alone. Ricochet, the anti-cheat kernel level driver from Call of Duty, has been leaked, apparently. We will keep you, as always, up to date with any developments on that, should it advance. Hopefully it's something that they can get around, though. Nice. Anyway, different angle for the news now. Next story is a little bit different. Well, it's not different from anything we've covered recently, but it's different from that story at least. Anyway, Ishraq Subhan at Eurogamer says, gaming forum ResetEra acquired for a cool $4.5 million. The tagline says, for significant opportunities to increase advertising revenue. So ResetEra, one of the biggest gaming forums on the internet, has been acquired for $4.5 million by Swedish media company MOBA Network. MOBA owns a number of other gaming communities such as MOBAfire.com, DotaFire.com, and SmiteFire.com. By adding ResetEra to its portfolio, MOBA hopes to expand its advertising revenues through the forum's user base. In a press release, MOBA said ResetEra.com's revenue is generated through ads and member subscriptions. MOBA Network sees significant opportunities to increase advertising revenue through a higher share of direct sales, implementation of new ad formats, and a long-term product development strategy. MOBA Network therefore estimates that ResetEra.com can grow sales significantly in 2022 while maintaining an EBITDA, I don't know what that is, margin operating profitable. There you go. Nice. ResetEra was founded in 2017 as a new home for NeoGAF members following allegations of sexual misconduct against the site's owners. Since then, ResetEra has seen considerable success with over 45 million forum posts from its 55,000 members. Anyone... Ooh, I've not got rid of all the discussing now, just a bit of it. Nice. Boop. Boop. There we go. Anyone use ResetEra? Because this could have been our lead story for the day. Bibby actually proposed putting this as the lead story for the day because a $4.5 million acquisition in the games industry is big news. It just does not resonate with me. I've never used ResetEra, so I didn't. I didn't want to push ahead with it because I know that it's a very good source for the people that use it, but it's also not a wide-ranging source as well. So if you use it, it's great, and if you don't use it, then it's easily missed as well. So, how does this relate to you guys? It's the first time I'm doing this asparagus. I'm going to. Okay, you clearly aren't a person. Let's give you an hour's timeout. Fuck off. I still play a lot of Warzone. I don't enable crossplay though. It doesn't make cheats disappear, but it does make the cheater pool a lot smaller. Are you playing on PlayStation Precision? Because I've not played it. I mean, I'm always wary of doing that, but I'm looking at it from a PUBG standpoint. PUBG doesn't have the player base that Warzone does, not on console anyway. So you need crossplay on. Because if I go on and turn crossplay off, then it's going to take me about 6 days to find a game on PUBG. And then even then, it's probably going to full of bots. So I would probably always have cross-play on Warzone. I'd be scared of turning it off. But I imagine the pool must be decent size, right? Especially if you get close to Vanguard. That's got to be a decent... I mean, every time COD comes out, I imagine Warzone has a massive spike again. Next Gen Base says, I use Era. Bit of a backlash to it. Oh, so a bit of a backlash to the buyout. Interesting. Sounds like one dude took all control of the financial side of things and took off with all the dollar at ResetEra. So one guy has taken the ex-NeoGAF, sold it for $4.5 million and then buggered off with the money? No way. No way. Okay, maybe we should have led with this with a story. Tino says never heard of it. I mean, I have heard of it. I've heard of it quite a bit. I just don't use it. It's a forum in that sort of sense. It's essentially another social bookmark. So like a lot of people won't use Twitter, a lot of people won't use Reddit, a lot of people won't use Instagram. ResetEra is one of those that's on my radar but isn't on my consumption list because there's too many. Yeah, on PlayStation. Okay. Well, I want to jump in, and I am going to jump in Warzone this month. Is it like 4 days? I think that the Ghostface scream mask comes into it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to play it. I want to run around as Ghostface, killing people. I know that I'm not going to be the only person in the map. There's probably everyone's going to look like Ghostface for like that week, but I want to get involved. So I will be jumping in pre-Vanguard, and then probably try Vanguard as well. Although Vanguard... I'm going to keep an open mind, but I don't think it's going to be for me. I'm more the modern warfare kind of thing. The fact that Vanguard is going back to the World Wars, it kind of loses me a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a bit messy. Sounds like there's a bit of an alt-right tinge to the new owners, which is worrying. Oh, really? Okay. Well, ResetEra, it was nice to know you. So 4.5 million down the drain, and we move on. Nice. It's 4 days to download the updates. Exactly. If I start it now, I can play it when it comes out on the 19th. Results. See, there you go. Gagad. On the ball. Yeah, exactly. It kind of feels like that. But anyway, so Gaming Forum ResetEra has been acquired for a cool $4.5 million. It's not so cool, though. It's not so cool if one person's just flogged a good community site that was born off of a backlash of previous misconducts to just find the same sort of shit again. You hate to see it. What you don't hate to see, though, is consoles thriving, or at least starting to thrive. The early signs of life, potentially. Let's get rid of that, as our next news story is good for Xbox players, particularly those in Japan. Andy Robinson at VGC has the news that the Xbox Series X and S has cleared 100,000 in Japan and is on track to beat the Xbox One. So Microsoft's most recent console reached the milestone 4 times faster than its predecessor. I mean, obviously, you you're looking at the numbers 100,000 for an entire country, and a country that's technologically advanced as Japan. Seeing the next-gen console only selling 100,000 might not seem like a lot, but PlayStation has such a significant dominance, or has had such a significant dominance. 100,000 already for the Xbox One. Xbox Series X and S is a huge milestone. Let's jump into the article. So Xbox Series X and S have cleared 100,000 consoles sold in Japan, putting the platform on course to clear the lifetime sales of the Xbox One in just 1 year. Lifetime sales of the previous console in just a year. According to the latest Famitsu sales data, Xbox Series S sold 2,920 units and Xbox Series X sold 527 units during the week ending October the 10th. This brings the combined lifetime total sales to 102,591. I won't break that down. In comparison, it took Microsoft's previous console 220 weeks or 4.5 years to reach the 100,000 sales milestone by November 2018, according to data collected by Game Data Library. And with around 115,000 lifetime sales, Xbox Series X and S is on track to outsell Xbox One's total Japanese sales around 1 year after its launch. However, in context, Series X and S is still tiny compared to the other platforms in the market, and PlayStation is already well ahead at some 1.2 million units sold. However, given Xbox's historically poor market performance in Japan, it's a more positive start in a country where Xbox has typically struggled. Microsoft has made renewed efforts in Japan with its most recent console launch. Xbox Series X and S launched day and date with other territories last November compared to a year later with its previous console. And Phil Spencer has said he intends to better cater to Japanese players this console generation. In the months after it launched, Xbox Game Pass for both... for both console and PC in Japan last April, it saw more player activity than any time in its history in Japan, Spencer has previously claimed, should I say. No, why would you complain? We've got success. So Xbox is doing bits, but bits. It's big bits. In terms of, if you compare it to the PlayStation, it's 10%. It's 10% of the sales. PlayStation's got 1.2 million units sold already. The Xbox has hit 100,000. So it's less than 10%. But 4 times what it had previously. So baby steps, strides, anything progression is a step forward. So we'll take it. The interesting thing for this though is it's a shame that Enix hasn't been in the chat so far this morning, because Jordan is a very big JRPG player, so he keeps his eyes on the Japanese market quite closely. And obviously we know, because we meme him. He's a big Xbox fanboy. So I think it was him, unless I'm ripping off NGB again. Sorry, Ben. But he could have been NGB. Shared an article with me while I was on stream a few weeks back, and it was about how one of the major retailers in Japan has stopped selling the Xbox Series X and S because, despite all of the noise that Phil Spencer and co have had around the Xbox Series X and S and supporting the Japanese market with new titles, with more hardware, with the release at the same time, they haven't actually had the stock. That's what I saw in an article. So whatever this retailer was, let's just say the Japanese equivalent of Currys. I don't know if that's a great comparison, but we'll go with it. They've decided that, okay, it's nice to support the Xbox. It's nice to support the Series X and S, but... if we're not being supported with stock, then we're not going to bother with it. So they've stopped selling the consoles and the games as a result of that. So I'm kind of now mixed, because a couple of weeks ago I was thinking, okay, maybe the Xbox push in Japan is over already. But off the back of this, maybe it isn't. Maybe that's just one retailer. Maybe there's something in that. Maybe PlayStation have bought that. I don't know. I mean, this is just me creating... accusations in my head, but it's still big. 100,000 consoles is not big in the grand scheme of things, but it's huge for Japan. Obviously, 4 years ahead of where it was before. Big numbers. I'm sure they're happy with that. A few years ago, Xbox sold one Xbox One X in a week in the entire country. Really? One in the whole of Japan. Imagine that, though. I imagine Xbox sold one Xbox One X a week in... more than one Xbox One X a week in Salford, in my local area, and then comparing that to Japan, the entire country. That's madness. Still massive numbers for the Japan market, only a year in as well. It's good. I hope it continues. I want to see Xbox pushing PlayStation for their home region. I want to see PlayStation pushing Xbox in their regions. I want to see healthy competition around the world, because you do start to see. Nietzsche says, even I bought 2. There you go. How's things, Nietzsche? I did see your comment actually a little bit earlier on when you dropped in. I don't know if I read it out, but hey, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, it's. I want to see that. I want to see that competition. I want to see Xbox ruffling feathers in Japan, because PlayStation has it easy there. Just like for a while, Xbox was the big console in NA. PlayStation has done very, very well to become a global brand, so that it does well everywhere. But Xbox, not so much in Japan. I would like to see them, like I say, ruffle some feathers there, upset the apple cart, cause a little bit of, to use a marketing term, disruption in the industry. It would be nice to see that, because PlayStation has caused disruption by globalizing their brands and their content. Xbox are causing a little bit of disruption now by localizing their content. Everything in Japan with Xbox on the previous generation was, here's American stuff. Actually, let me put the... discussing now on screen, just in case anyone comes in and they don't know what we're talking about. Xbox Series X and S, that's not going to fit, right? Nope. Xbox. Okay, we'll just put Xbox. Xbox has cleared 100k in Japan. There we go. We'll leave it as that. Yeah. Xbox used to just be, hey, Japan, here's American things. Here's American games. Here's the Call of Duties. You will play the games that we play with the systems that we use in the ways that we do it. And it didn't really work, not as well. So that led to, like, obviously the Call of Duty Online, or whatever it was called, spin-offs for the regions. Was it China, Japan? Like, the whole of the Asian market is different, as you would naturally expect from the American market. Different people liking different things, imagine. But they were just like, no, bull in the China shop, you will play what we play. They realized that didn't work. You can tell that didn't work, because it took 4 years to get 100,000 sales. They've done that in a year this time, because they're making more Japanese-centric games. It's not a case of running in ethnocentric, it's creating tailored content. Whereas PlayStation, on the other hand, have actually been criticized by the Japanese market, their own market, because you pick up a PlayStation console controller, out of reach. You pick up a PlayStation controller, and you've got your X and your circle buttons. X is the A button on an Xbox. You press that to accept. Circle is the B button. You press that to go back. Not in Japan. It's the other way around. That's how it was intended to be. X was meant to be a cross, and cross is a negative, is a no. Circle was the accept. But the rest of the world uses X to progress. And you probably know this. We've covered this quite a few times. PlayStation decided that we want to streamline our approach. We want all of the games and all of the territories to be exactly the same. We want everyone to progress with X and go back with circle, which meant Japanese players that have spent 25 years playing PlayStation games using circle to progress have just had that flipped, because they want to globalize their content, which you understand. You can see it, but is it the best decision? Xbox, though, going in at the same time, making player-specific, region-specific, culture-specific content, it's what's the word I'm looking for? They have stole their thunder. That's the best way to put it. They have gone in and said, okay, PlayStation, we're looking after you. Now they're trying to make you like everyone else. We've got content for you. So that will be a big part of why it is 100,000 sales in just a year, as opposed to 100,000 sales in 4 years. 100%. It has to be. Speaking of getting hands on consoles, anyone still trying to get hold of a PS5? I didn't actually want to mention it out on stream, Nietzsche, but I might have someone for that. I will Discord you after this. I heard suggestions of Microsoft working with Sega and branding it as a Sega console pre-launch specifically to appeal to the Asian market. There was all sorts of rumors on that, yeah. So that came off the back of, I don't know if it was Phil Spencer or different members of the Xbox team. But as I'm wearing a Cobra Kai t-shirt now, some of the Xbox team were on stream with Sega t-shirts, or they had Sega items in the background, and there was a lot of talk of that being like Phil Spencer having an Xbox One S. Series S on a shelf behind him about 6 months before it was revealed, going, oh, there you go, it was there all along. That's a Series S. So there was talk of that. Whether it was clever talk and people got wind of it, so they stopped it, or whether it was just rumor mill being an overload, we don't know. But yeah. They also launched a controller in the exact shade of Sonic Blue. Maybe they did that on purpose. I mean, Xbox's team have been really good, jumping on the memes and trends. There is Xbox mini fridges and the Xbox big fridges that exist in the world because of their team jumping on trends. I would not be surprised if that Sonic Blue was a... Because I mean, people will buy it in the hope that it is the future. Oh, I'm a big Sega fan. I'm getting involved, and if they don't, well, they've got themselves a controller anyway. So win-wins. Timeless says, "Yep, just look at the Switch. X is back. Circle is progress. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I'll reach over and grab the controller. I mean, I will never ever call it this, but triangle, circle, square, X. That's not what it is. It's triangle, circle, square, cross. That's what it is. An X is a letter and not a shape, is the official wording from the PlayStation brand team. A cross, not an X. An X marks the spot, which is why a lot of people think X to progress. X is the marker, X to go forward. But an X also is family fortunes. An X is a cross. A cross is bad. A cross means to go back. So that's what these were. In Japanese culture, circle to progress, X to cancel and go back. So imagine that being part of your culture, and imagine that then being absorbed into your gaming culture for 25 years, and then someone going, actually, everything you've learned, no, that's gone. That I understand that would be a huge frustration for me. I don't get why they didn't just have a systematic option, though. Having an option in the menus that go, do you want Japanese controls or do you want rest of world controls? Boom, there you go, job done. Doing a lot of right things at the moment. Well, Xbox, yeah, definitely, for sure. Like I said before, though, I just hope that transitions into games. Xbox's marketing's on point. Xbox's user acquisition is on point. Xbox's subscription program is on point. I still don't believe it's sustainable, but even if it is or isn't, Game Pass is on point. Their meme technologies with the fridges and stuff, on point. Their community integration using the memes, on point. Everything is on point. The only thing they don't have is the games. Halo, for all intents and purposes, looks like that is gonna be flawless, at least from the multiplayer perspective. Obviously, the solo campaign stuff, maybe not. The multiplayer campaign stuff, maybe not. Could be within time, but at least the multiplayer looks great. Hopefully they keep going with that. What's a PS5? Says Tears Bad. Well, it's a thing that looks like a PS4. People see pictures of it on the internet, and that's about it. But unless you're me, then you buy all of them and sell them for 1 pence profit. Result. Okay, mate, cheers, and sorry for bringing it up. No, I didn't want to bring it up. The only reason I didn't want to bring it up is because I didn't want to shout the fact that you had a PS5 out on stream. But if you've mentioned it, then it's fair play. I just didn't want you to get hounded, so there you go. Cross is what you do on the edge of the 18-yard box. Exactly. That is not a cross. I mean, imagine if you get to the edge of the box, you're new to PES or FIFA, and someone goes, or eFootball or FIFA, and someone goes, cross it! And you go, all right. And then just pass it. No, I said cross it. I did. They'd have to change it. I'll die on this cross. It's an X. It is 100% and always will be an X. GG's very It's X ECKS. It's always been X. It will always be X. It is. PlayStation UK pretty much broke the internet when they tweeted that out, though. Even I didn't even know that. And I was like, no way should it have been a cross. Did not know that. I mean, it makes sense. A square's a shape. A triangle's a shape, a circle's a shape, and an X is a letter. A cross is a shape. That makes sense, so it should be a cross. A cross to go back makes sense. If the X is an X, then why isn't the circle O? X and O. Or a 0. I was like, okay, that makes sense. And I understand. Every single one of your points makes sense. but it's still X and circle. That's what it is. I know, it is what it is. It's like the person that created GIFs calls them GIFs. I was like, I understand, but it's a graphics interface format. Graphic, GIF, not a giraffic. It's a GIF. It will always be a GIF. I understand that's not what it was intended. I understand that you create so you have more authority than me, but it's a GIF and it's an X, and that's that. Moving on. Sounds like this debate is making people cross. Goddamn right it is. Could someone explain what Game Pass is? I've never heard of it, says Tito. Easy tiger. Edge of the 18-yard box and you just full Mr. Whip it up. Full Mr. Whip it into the top bins. Monkey's blood and sprinkles everywhere. Yeah. It's all the games you pass on playing as an Xbox user. Well played, sir. Well played. Brackets, asshole. Yes, the giraffic interchange format. Exactly. That's the one. It's a GIF, not a J. It's a GIF, not a GIF. I thought the cross was the shape of a slightly deformed T, which our Lord and Saviour was nailed to. Exactly. That's what it is. It's noughts and crosses. It's O's and crosses. Yeah, some of that, like that. Anyway, let's move ahead. So the Xbox has done pretty well. Not as well as the PlayStation. Nobody expected it to do. PlayStation still outsells it 10-1 and then some. Whereas the Xbox is performing 4 times better than it did with the last console, which is exactly what you can ask for. It's more than you could ask for. Doing twice as well is decent. 4 times, GG's, boys. Nietzsche says, !lurk, work's called. Enjoy the seat at the back of the ice cream van. Thank you very much for the lurk. But anyway, let's jump into some free games. Sadly, Xbox has all the free games you can have with its Game Pass. PlayStation, not so much. I mean, you do get some games, with your monthly subscription to PS Plus, but there will be more coming for PlayStation users. Steph Nunley at VG247 has this article: Sony giving away free games to PS Plus members to celebrate PlayStation VR's 5th anniversary. No idea what they are just yet, but a heads up is always nice. This is the article that we should have covered yesterday for our Free Game Thursday stuff, but we had to shelve it because we spent too long talking about other things. Anyway, today marks the 5th anniversary of PlayStation VR, and to celebrate, Sony will be handing out 3 PSVR games to PlayStation Plus members starting in November. Details on the games will be announced in the next few weeks. Sony said that over the past 5 years, more than 500 games and experiences have been made available on PSVR, and there have been some absolute favorites among the crowd of users, some of which vary by region. Globally, the most played PSVR titles are Rec Room, Beat Saber, PlayStation VR Worlds, Resident Evil 7, and Skyrim VR. The most popular PSVR games in Europe are the aforementioned games, while in North America, Resident Evil was replaced by Firewall Zero Hour and PlayStation VR Worlds with Job Simulator. Fucking Job Simulator. Oh, finish work. What should we do? Let's go home and play Job Simulator. Nice. Over in Japan, Rec Room was replaced by Gran Turismo Sport. When PSVR hit the streets on October 12th, 2016, we said at the time that even as a novelty, the headset and VR can be great fun with some genuinely unique experiences. And as a glimpse of what could be in 5 years' time, it's mouth-watering. Speaking of in 5 years' time, Sony announced in February of this year that it's working on a new PSVR headset designed to work with the PlayStation 5. The new VR headset will feature a sharper resolution, have a wilder field of view, feature enhanced tracking, and it will connect to the console using a single cord. Sony is also working on a new VR controller, which will borrow some of DualSense's features. While the company is yet to provide details on the in-development headset, patents filed by Sony seems to suggest the new PSVR will offer inside-out tracking as far as the controller is concerned. The patent's design showed what appears to be the controller's similar in form to those used with Vive and Index headsets. The headset is not expected to be released this year, but we expect to hear more about it after the start of 22. There you go. So, if you're a PSVR user, I've just lobbed my pen and it's gone. It's gone. If you're a PSVR user, PlayStation will be giving away some free games to all PSVR users this month or next month. Some month. Don't know what they are, but we'll get free games. Free's good. Nice. If you're not a PSVR user, just get them anyway. I assume that we can all just download them and keep them. PSVR is incredibly fun. We have it in the office. Bibby has played some, what was it called? Arizona Sunshine? Is that what it's called? The zombie game? Maybe it's not even that. Maybe Arizona Sunshine is some sort of sexual euphemism that I've just... Dirty Sanchez? Is that what it's called? Yeah? Tossing me salad? No? Anyway, Bibby played it. It was good. It was decent. not flawless. PSVR, Arizona Sunshine, there you go, it's class. It's not flawless, even in our studio setup. So we've got quite a big studio space, bigger than most people have when it comes to playing VR games. And we couldn't quite get it right. Don't know if it was the lighting, the tracking, whatever. It just wasn't quite right. So PlayStation bringing it all, making it all easier to do with better tracking, on board for that. And if they're giving some VR stuff away to help build that, then that's nice for me. Nice. But if you don't have PSVR, then if you have a PC, there are other free games for you guys to have too, as we keep up with the Free Game Friday rollout, as next week's free Epic Game Store title has been announced. Among the Sleep will replace Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse and Paladin's Epic Pack. That confused me last week, saying the title last week. Even, again, saying it a week later, still confused me. Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse just completely sends me west. Anyway, The Sleep will replace that and Paladin's Epic Pack. So next week's free Epic Game Store title has been revealed. First-person horror adventure Among the Sleep Enhanced Edition will be free to download from October the 21st to the 28th. It will replace Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse and Paladin's Epic Pack, which normally cost 16 quid and 28 quid respectively, but are currently free to download until October the 21st. Epic claimed in January the Epic Game Store has got big numbers. We don't need the numbers. We just need the facts. So right now, Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse. That's the game. It sounds bizarre even now saying it. And Paladin's Epic Pack you can get for free if you are on Epic Games. Next week, they will be replaced by Among the Sleep, which is a first-person horror adventure. Could be interesting. So if you have an Epic Games account, make sure you get those downloaded. Get them into your account. Jobs are good. Skyrim VR? Yes, please, says Bib. Among the Sleep. Did I say sleep or sheep when I was saying it before? Because now I've said that, I'm thinking, have I been saying Among the Sheep? Is my Yorkshire coming out? Is that... Among the Sheep. Yes, that's the one. No, Among the Sleep. Okay. Hashtag Free Game Friday. Okay, balls that up. Did we get it? Hashtag Free Game Friday. We did. Got it there. Nice. Okay. Free Game Friday. So if you got PSVR, make sure you grab the PSVR games. They will be out. We haven't been told what games they are, but there will be a selection of PSVR games to celebrate 5 years of PlayStation VR over the next few weeks. This month, next month. Once we get the confirmation of what those are and when they are out, we will let you guys know. But for right now, if you're on a PC, make sure you get your free Epic Games Store. It updates around 6 p.m. on a Thursday evening for us in the UK, which is why we have Free Game Friday, because we tell you what it is every week. This week, we have the updates for next week's game, which is Among the Sleep. So make sure you grab that next week, and then Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse and the Paladin's Epic Pack this week. Among the Sleep. So what is Among the Sleep like? I mean, there's a video embedded in this article that I was going to play, but that's the Europa. I have no idea. I'm not even going to bring it on screen. It's not what I'm interested in. I wanted to know what Among the Sleep was like, but I don't know. Paladins is a cracking game too. Two decent games over the next couple of weeks. Make sure you get them. Add them to your account. Job's a good one. Nice. But that finishes things off for us. A nice brief show. See how quick we can get through things when we don't have Bibby just blabbering on, talking about Resident Evil and Skyrim and all the other... Am I joking? Sorry, Dad. Okay, Dad. You play as a baby trapped in a nightmare. Everything is to scale, so you have to climb chest of... Okay, so that picture in the article is of that then. Oh, no, that's the Free Game Friday. That picture in the article there, the Toy Story sort of bedroom, you got a friend in me, is Among the Sleep. Okay, interesting. I mean, anything that goes babyish when it comes to being scary is naturally terrifying, so that could be freaky. So yeah, make sure you grab it next week. Let me give you a wrap of what we've been over the course of the last hour or so. So the Anti-cheat Police Department, aka Anti-cheat PD, on Twitter announced that Ricochet, the new anti-cheat software for Call of Duty Vanguard and Warzone eventually, has been leaked. The kernel level drivers have been leaked, so that hackers are already working on reverse engineering that cheat software so that basically cheats can happen, which is not great news for the people at Call of Duty. Hopefully, that was only a rumor. Hopefully, it's something and nothing. Hopefully, if it is something, it's something can be worked around. But Not a great start if that is actually the case. Elsewhere, gaming forum ResetEra has been acquired for $4.5 million, according to Next Gen based in the chat. Not a great acquisition either. Xbox Series X and S has cleared 100,000 consoles sold in Japan. It's on track already to beat the Xbox One's lifetime sales only 1 year in. It's over 102,000 sold, whereas the Xbox One only had 115, so it'll be there in no time. Elsewhere, Sony's giving away free PSVR games to celebrate 5 years of VR on the console, and there's a new game for you to get next week on Epic Games. Nice. So, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining Bib for a little bit before he abandoned us. But he made sure we got to school safe. It's all good. So good. We are going to disappear now, though. We'll find someone to raid. I believe we're going to raid Lotus if he's still on. The reason we're going to raid Lotus is because he's playing PUBG, or he was playing PUBG. Is he still on? He's still on. Nice. Do me a favour. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, I know. A lot of people obviously will have things to do, places to be, people to see. And yeah, when you finish watching a podcast like a scoop or something, you might want to get on your way. That's nice. I get it. But do stick around for the raid. Just say hello to Lotus. Say hi. How you doing? Drop him a follow and leave, because I will be playing with Lotus a little bit more often as well. I did mention at the start of the stream that we will be changing our stream schedule. We'll bring you the scoop 5 days a week. We'll then have Saturday and Sunday content, but I will also be streaming on Wednesday evenings as well. And Lotus will be joining me on those streams. So do feel free to go say hello to Lotus, give him some love. Not only do you make him feel warm and fuzzy inside, but you'll get extra sprinkles, the channel points that we have on Ice Cream Lotus, to make sure that you can spend on the channel too. So if you go along with the raid, you get more stuff, you can buy more things. You love to see it. Timeless says, Ice Cream Lotus. Well, Lotus likes Biscoff, so we were talking about cream Biscoff ice cream, or moist ice cream, or moist cream, or something like that. We'll sort out the branding in good time. But yeah, something like that. Timeless says, have a great weekend, gentlemen. You too, mate. You too. Thank you very much. Let me jump back up through the comments. There was one or two that I missed. Mate, do not mock the job sim, says Next Gen Base. Fucking funniest game. Is it really? Is it really? I thought, like, Job Simulator, I was like, no. But then again, like, Papers, Please, that sounds like an absolute horrendous thing, right? But wasn't Papers, Please really good? I remember Mark Bamber is not an easy man to please when it comes to content. Video games, films, if it's shit, even marginally shit, if it's similar to other stuff, if it's not new experiences, Mark is not interested. He's a hard man to please. He's the kind of person that you'd get on like a BAFTA panel. Most people are like, oh, that was really good. It's like, yeah, it's like something else of shit. It's like, oh, fuck me. Oh. Anyway, he loved Papers, Please. So if that's a good experience, then maybe Job Simulator could be. I'm all about this. I see you and Lotus back of the net. I mean, do feel free to join us as well, Nietzsche. If you're around on Wednesday evenings, we will see you in there. Lake says, oh, hello. It doesn't sound like that, but I can't do the hello that Bibby usually does, so we'll just half attempt. Lake, since you're here, we're all going to go now, so yeah, thanks, mate. Bye. Now I'm not joking. We are going to disappear, though, Lake. Do stick around as we drop a raid on Lotus. But we're done for the day. You will be able to check it back on demand, though, like you usually do. Appreciate you still dropping in, Lake. Everyone else, though, that has been out here throughout the show, I appreciate you. Stick around for the raid. Do tell Lotus. Actually, do me a favour. When you go into his chat as well, just write moist cream. Moist cream. That's it. The words that I want you to write in his chat are moist cream. Just if you don't have the emotes, if you have some ICU emotes and you don't want to write moist cream, spam the emotes. But when you get into his chat, moist cream. But that's it. Have a good weekend, you beautiful people. You're all lovely. We appreciate you. And remember to stay frosty. Yeah.